Hey Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I'm so late with your love reading for the month. I'm just trying to catch up with them all today. I've already shuffled the cards and as you can see I've turned them over. Just as normal, I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot, the Romance Angels, and I've kind of changed it at the bottom. I want to use Nature Whispers because I really like these cards, they're beautiful. Alright, so let's see what we've got in store for your love life for August. So the first card that we've got is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, here we are, we can see him here. He's juggling his pentacles here. We can see in the background the calm of the sea, and there's a dolphin there on a ship. Alright. So to me, two always speaks of choices. So this could be a choice within a relationship. It's also indicated of finance can be sort of related to your love life, okay? Or it can be the fact, as we can see here, he's juggling two pentacles. And basically, it's maybe you trying to get that balance between your, your love life, your home life, and your work life, okay? So he's juggling them about there, and he's pretty focused, okay, on one. But he's trying to gain the composure of getting the balance right, and I think that's maybe what you need to do at the moment. Next card we've got is New Love. So this is a beautiful card. Alright, so a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, so there's maybe been two choices, or there is two choices, and one of these is you quite like. If you're already in a relationship, it could just be indicating a new phase in your love life, okay? So you feel it's been renewed because you're finding the balance with your work life and your home love life, okay? Next card we've got is the Nature Whispers one. They're absolutely gorgeous, and this one is, can we see it there? Beautiful. All right. So this one is be your best self always. All right. I think it's basically just trying to tell you, try not to analyze too much. As we can see here in this card, there's bubbles coming from her head, and to me that's just like thoughts, and she's kind of letting them thoughts go within the ocean, as we can see there. Okay. So I think that's just giving you some advice about just relax, try not to overanalyze things too much, overthinking, just be yourself, if some, people can pick up if you're not being genuine, or you're trying to put an act on to impress someone, or you say you've got a new love and they're interested in Star Wars or Star Trek or something along these lines, and you don't have any interest in it, you've not heard of it, or you don't really care. Don't pretend you do. All right, just obviously be your natural self, and just your natural traits, Scorpio, will just shine through anyway. You've got a lot to offer people. All right. Okay, the next one we've got is the Two of Swords. Again, we've got choices to be made. Okay. And as we can see, she's got something over her eye. So you're not quite clear, but you've got to make a choice. Twos are always about choices. And the swords indicate communication. So you're maybe going to have to reach out to someone, or they're going to reach out to you, or you're going to make a choice of communicating, maybe between more than one. You maybe have more than one option in your love life. You might have a few people that you're interested in, or so on. So this talks about communicating, okay? There is a moon in the background here. Underneath we can see faintly beside the clouds, and that's just also indicating, sometimes it's good to use your intuition for these things. So listen to your inner self before you make that choice, okay? Because maybe not all is as it seems, but communication has to be made. All right. And that ties into heartfelt conversations. All right, so you're going to make that communication. This can be whether you're single or in a relationship or married, okay? It's the same vibe. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So you've got to be honest with each other, talk about how you feel, where you see things going, your inner truth, how you feel or what you're scared of. Sometimes it's hard to speak about your fears with, especially if it's a new love, or even if you're in a marriage. Sometimes you're in that routine, you've been together for a while, but you've got to talk about your fears and feel that other person's listening. And if you don't feel that person's listening to you actively, it's going in but it's not really staying there, then you have to say to them, look, you're not taking on board my feelings or emotions or how I feel about this situation. Then you just need to speak from the heart, okay? And then the next card we've got is beautiful, as we can see here. It is called Gratitude and Appreciation. And this is just the outcome of that situation. I think once you've made your choice, if you've communicated with each other, you've had your heart-to-heart conversation, you've spoke about things, and then things will be appreciated more. You're not going to be taking people for granted. They're not going to be taking you for granted because you're both clear on, how each other feels. You've taken on that. And you might not agree with what they say, but you still have the respect for them being honest, okay? So that's just saying, gratitude and appreciation will be the kind of outcome of that communication. Now, normally I start off with these cards here, and I forgot to do it this time. So let's have a quick look at the overall feeling for it. So the overall feeling is the Empress, okay, for the tarot. And it's just saying, usually the Empress is quite a successful card. We can see here, she's pretty focused on what she's doing. It can talk about marriage, it can talk about, a commitment to a relationship, a serious committed relationship. It can talk about engagement, it can talk about birth, about becoming a parent, not just a mother, but you obviously don't get fixed on the gender. It could be becoming a new father, okay? But it's a good card to get, alright, especially in a romance reading. The second one we got here is soulmate. For the overall feel as well. So yes, this is your soulmate, okay? So there is potential here. And the last one we got for the overall outcome for Nature Whispers was adventure. Okay, so it's telling me, you've maybe been in your shell, as we can see here, she's in her shell, and it's time to come out and, come out of your comfort zone a bit, do things that you wouldn't normally do. Spend time with that person doing things that are maybe a bit risky, but then sometimes that's a good thing, because when you're in a situation where you're doing adventurous things, you can see a side to other people that you wouldn't normally see if you weren't doing things. No, I'm not saying you should go and bungee jump, but if you're into that, yes, go bungee jumping. But yeah, just be a bit more adventurous in your relationship. Right, so that was overall. So that really ties in. So you've got new love, you've got soulmate, you've got a new committed relationship. But be yourself, okay? Don't put any false faces on, or pretend you're interested in something when you're not really interested. Just be honest about it. That's the best way to be. And have that heart-to-heart conversation. Tell each other how you feel and so on. Right, let's have a look at this last one here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, okay? We can see here, this is a very joyous card. The Nine of Pentacles are at the side. You can see her, she's got all the animals around her. There's ladybirds, butterflies, and there's a parrot. All the flowers are in full bloom. So this is a successful card, okay? And in a general reading, this would talk about finances, being financially secure, okay? And that could be the case as well. That's related to your romance reading. It talks about, financial abundance, you're not short, things are coming to fruition, you know, you've worked hard to get to this point. And just as I said that, 2 white butterflies went flying past my window. So, and that's really, you know, quite significant because there's butterflies here. So you'll feel a bit freer, you know, in your finances, and possibly, you know, once you've had all this situation here with your romance, maybe this is how you're going to feel. You might, you know, you might be financially secure, you know, but emotionally secure within the relationship, okay? Because this is a romance reading. It's a positive card to get, okay? So stay positive and just be yourself. The next card we've got is Retreat. All right, you can see this one here. So it's maybe time to, you know, you've made your choice of who you want. If you've had the options here, if you're already in a relationship, or you're just met someone who's stirred your, you know, your romantic feelings that you kind of like, then choices have to be made through communications. You've had your heart to heart. And you know, you're grateful, and so are they. Nobody's been taken for granted. It's all out in the open. Everybody knows where they stand. And then we've got Retreat, which is telling me that, you know, maybe it's time for you to disconnect from the world with this person, or your husband or your partner, and spend some quality time with each other to get to know each other. Kind of ties in with this one. You know, maybe do things together that you wouldn't normally do. Okay, so break out your comfort zone. And it's also saying your last one on the nature one is here. It's a beautiful card. I love the colours on these ones. Really nice. It says show your support, okay? So take some time out. Maybe your partner's, or your husband, or your new love interest is not going through a good time, and, or, you know, has a bit of fear of this situation, or, you know, something going on in their life, and it's saying just show that person a little bit of support, okay? Right, that's quite a beautiful reading, Scorpio. Right, so let's have a look. I've got my colour cards here, so I'm just going to shuffle these just now, and we'll give you some advice. I usually do 2 advice cards, so we'll do a colour card and then we'll pick an angel one. So these are good because they're quite healing cards, I think. And these ones are just like, I work with colour. I love colour, you know, I really connect with colour in a reading. Right, so let's have a look. What advice do you have for Scorpio on their love life for the month of August? What's going on? What can you tell them? What advice do they need for this month? Okay, I'm going to pick that one. Okay. Right, this is really good because it ties in with the rest of the cards. So you've got brown. Okay, so the brown's telling you to establish boundaries, and I think this is what you're going to do, you know, once you've had this communication and you've talked things through and everything's out and open, and you're grateful and, you know, appreciative of the honesty of the situation, that, you know, you will establish boundaries, because you need to do that to have a healthy relationship, okay? So knowing, you know, what's acceptable and what's not for one another. Now, we're going to use these cards here. These are Archangel cards, Doreen Virtue. And we're going to see what advice they can give us. What advice do you have for Scorpio for the month, June? For the month of August. In their love life, what advice or healing message do you have? Okay, right, this is really good. You got clear sentience, okay, that's beautiful artwork on these cards also. I'm a sucker for the art. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify guidance, okay? So deep down you know yourself if someone's right for you or not, and if you've got that connection, you're going to know anyway within. You know, you can tell. I mean, you're pretty psychic, you're pretty in tune with people. And you've got that kind of know-all of instantly knowing if someone has something, you know, that could maybe go the distance or has potential in a relationship. If you're already in a relationship, you just have that knowing before it kind of happens, which is good. Alright, Scorpio, things are looking pretty good. So please comment, subscribe. Thanks for all your likes and your subscriptions to my channel. If you're interested in getting a private reading, my details are below, and you will be able to send me an email. And I can do anything. I can do general love and work or career, okay? The only thing I don't do is health. But we've been through that in my other video. So if you're interested in a reading, give me a shout and we can set it up. And I just like to say thanks. I've had a few readings already, and I just want to say thanks to these people that have ordered them.